Greetings, Football Genius here, and Connor again. Hello, mate. Hello. Um, I was just thinking yesterday. I was talking about my fat John moment and losing weight and what prompted me to stop. And interestingly enough, that ties in very well with the second step in the process. We take all clients through before we even dream about sending any marketing for them or advising them on strategy, and that is where we talk about their outcome. I talk about thing, results, and outcome. Well, it's a classic example of it in myself. Just to show that I'm just as almost human as you are. And that is, I knew I was overweight. And I had, although I didn't look like it at the time, I actually knew a fair bit about weight training and losing weight and physiology, biochemistry, and the rest of it. I mean, I was on UK rec bodybuilding as a regular contributor and reader. Probably fucking hell, 25 years ago, more, when before the web was a thing, and Usenet was the way to go. The Usenet was the old social media, really. I was on there then, so I knew all this stuff, but I was still not doing it, and I was still overweight. So it wasn't a question of the thing. The thing, I knew the thing, and I wasn't interested in the thing at all. Well, that's exactly as your potential clients are. That's how they are now. That's how they're sitting out there with their problem, and the thing is of no interest to them. Also, the result. I knew I wanted to lose weight and be more muscular and not quite so flabby. But again, that wasn't enough to get me motivated. The pain of getting that result was greater than the pain of actually experiencing myself as I was before the result. What are you fucking getting all funny about? It's alright for you. You're only 23. You can eat anything you like and nothing happens, does it? No. Skinny little shit. Anyway, it's not funny. Anyway, what I was looking for was an outcome. And I didn't really understand that at the time or know it until I saw an article on the BBC website, of all things. And I'll include the link in the very link to the very article I saw. The article that effectively changed my life, or was pivotal in changing my life. Okay, that was the catalyst that sparked the revolution, to quote Ian Dury. And for me, that outcome was, and it's very vain. And, our outcomes often are. They're not noble by any means, and they're often very private. And, my outcome was, I was seeing this article from about a guy. He was a big guy, but he was vastly overweight. And he'd lost all his weight by cycling and stuff, because the doctors had told him he was going to drop dead. But that wasn't it. I wasn't afraid of dying or anything. I don't think any of us really are. It doesn't strike us as being real. Now, this is why people smoke, and we've never experienced death before, so it's not going to happen now. Human beings, we're really wired up strangely, so that we estimate the chances of things occurring relative to how recently they happened before. Well, of course, this is why we have boom and busting economies and things, because people never learn from history. Well, I've never died before, so it's never going to happen. That's how our minds work, kind of. But what really struck me was, and okay, this is vain, this guy at the time was older than I was, yet in better shape. And I found that unbearable. That was what prompted my outcome, was to it was almost like a personal insult to beat this guy. I never met him, never will, got nothing against him. But all of a sudden, I was affronted and that's just not on. I'm not having that. So, and from that point on, I didn't look back, as I said. That was my outcome. Not being beaten in my weight loss endeavours by some bloke who was older than I was. Not noble, quite vain, but hey, who cares? Our real driving forces are often not noble. They're often vain. They're often very private, and we won't share them. And that's okay. I'm sharing them because I don't give a shit what you think. I really don't. And it's none of my business, is it, what you think? But that is the truth of the matter. I did not want to be beaten in my weight loss endeavours by some older bloke. Now, going back to this last summer, I've been walking through the town, and I've said this before, I've literally been stopped in my tracks by much younger men in their probably late 20s, early 30s, who ask me how I get my physique looking like it does. How does someone your age look that good? How do you do it? How old are you? 54, 53. Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, yeah, that's vain as well. But I love it. And, I make no bones about it. And that prompts me to do more of it. I'm not chasing youth, I'm chasing longevity and good looks, obviously. It's a real boost to me. I'm going to get my flu jab in my arm every year, and every time I've had it in the last 3-4 years, the young girl at the pharmacy, it's always a different young girl, but the young girl at the pharmacy who does it is always a little bit flustered and complimenting me on my muscles. Well, again, that's pretty vain, but that's my outcome. Well, the thing is, no matter what you're selling, okay, there's the thing, there's the result, but no matter what you're selling, there is always the outcome. And you might take you a while to find it, but when you do, it'll mean you can sell your products and services at pretty much any price you ask for. This is why my mate, the PT, sells his stuff at 5k a time for 90 days, and other people are struggling to sell it for 100 quid, 67 quid and things like that. Alright, just a little pep talk for you. Anyway, we're out of here. See you later.